Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to use Chat GPT to build me a loadout for an upcoming Nerf event at the end of February. So Kane is going to be hosting an event February 28th. It's one of their 160 FPS cap events, so kind of a good middle of the road where you can kind of test some blasters out. So I thought, why not have ChatGPT build me a loadout? And so the idea is I'll go ahead and ask it some questions, find a blaster that fits my needs or fits the needs of the actual event, go out and look for those blasters if I can find them, and then head down to the event. So this video is actually going to be broken up into two sections. So I'm going to be doing this, kind of sit down with you guys, and then I'll go take the camera out and we'll go find those blasters, and then we'll wrap it up with what we found in the studio here. And then the second section or second video is going to be actually taking it down to Kane and seeing how well it goes. So without further ado, let's see what ChatGPT has in store. All right, so we've got it updated up here. So we're going to say, let's see here. I'm going to a Nerf war with a 160 FPS limit. I need you to build me a blaster loadout. Now, I'm going about this in the sense that I'm a brand new player, so I don't really know too much about it. I don't have any blasters on hand. So I'm really kind of looking for a full loadout. We're going to start with the blaster loadout and see what it says, what it recommends, and we'll go from there. No, we don't want to rate it. We'll see how this goes, and we'll go from there. All right, so answer my question. Oh, heck yeah, 160 FPS wars are chef's kiss. Fast, competitive, but still super playable. I'll build you a balanced, field-ready loadout that works well under a 160 cap and doesn't assume rare or impossible to find gear. That's really good. That's interesting because I don't want to have to go thrifting and hope that I find something. Ideally, it should be recommending something that is off the shelf, ready to go, or something that you could pick up off of Amazon. I have plenty of time to order something, so even ordering something from like out of darts and things like that. So it's plenty of time to go. So let's see here. So primary blaster, main workhorse, Dart Zone Max Tomcat, tuned down to 150 to 160 FPS. That's interesting. I thought the FPS, I thought that was a 150, 160. Anyway, why it slaps. Uh-oh. Flywheel plus hopper equals sustained fire without constant reloads. Super reliable at mid-range engagements. Easy to chrono down with lower voltage. It's confused. This is not good. Easy to chrono down with lower voltage battery for mild tuning. The Tomcat's not a flywheel blaster. How to run it? Okay, what is it? It's not right. Okay, well, that's not a good start. So let's see here. 3S LiPo or the stock Dart Zone battery usually lands around 150 FPS. So why would I need to lower the voltage if the stock one is 150? Okay, half-length darts, worker, Dart Zone Max Adventure Force Pro. Playstyle is objective control, lane suppression, aggressive pushes. This is interesting that it gives you that information because you could kind of dive deeper and say, what is lane suppression, right? That would be my objective control is pretty straightforward. Like, okay, we're controlling some point, the objective. So, that's pretty self-explanatory. Lane suppression, I'm not really sure as a new player what a lane is. Aggressive pushes, that kind of makes a little bit sense. If you can't get a Tomcat, tell me. I've got solid alternatives ready. Well, I can't get a Tomcat that is a flywheel plus a hopper. I'm not sure if you meant a Springer drum magazine. That's probably what Slamfire drum is maybe what it was looking for. Second blaster, backup CQB, the Dart Zone Max Outlaw. Why it's preferred at 160. Springers are ultra consistent, hits between 130 to 150 stock. Lightning fast reloads with speed loaders. Oh, that's right. You could take the cylinder out and put a new cylinder in. Okay, all right. 2 to 3 speed loaders on your belt. Run it as a true emergency swap for tight corner blaster. Okay, that's not a bad option. And it's a secondary, so it's not like you're going to be running it as your primary. Ammo setup. Oh, okay, so this is good. So it gives you ammo selection. So primary darts 150 to 200, half-length darts in a dump pouch or chest rig. 12 to 18 darts for the Outlaw plus speed loaders. Okay, so it's making recommendations on how many each blaster is going to take. Okay, so 150 to 200 is how many it's recommending for the primary blaster. Okay, gotcha. Stick to one dart type if possible for reliability. Yeah, that's pretty good advice. So they're making, okay, so we're kind of getting past the blaster here. So I'm liking the fact that it's making recommendations for ammo and gear and stuff like that. But let's go back up here and talk about the recommendations for a Tomcat. Let's see here. Where can I purchase a Tomcat? Let's put Dart Zone just so we're specific. Let's see here. It says you can purchase one on there's one. Okay, so it's got a couple links in here. It looks like the eBay Mirachi. So eBay's got one for $37. Mirachi's $55. Then it goes into the Venom Pro, Covert Ops. Okay, that's at Target. Dart Zone Blaster. So there's the Outlaw. Okay, so it makes, okay, Tomcat's available. Okay, so it says great budget choice on eBay, used but often works fine for wars. Okay. Okay, so the Tomcat has historically been available through Target's online store and occasionally other toy retailers. It may be less common now, so resale sites like eBay are often the best way to go. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Other good blasters, great for 160 FPS wars. If you can't find a Tomcat or want alternatives, they're recommending the Venom Pro, the Vector Pro, the Outlaw, the Max Striker, which the Max Striker, you're not going to be able to find that one. The Striker 2.0 is really kind of what you're looking for. The Omni Pro, which I think at this point, the only place that you can find an Omni Pro is on their on Dart Zone's website. Dictator, good manual blaster if the Tomcat's not available. Okay. So it's definitely giving me a lot of options, some of which are going to be harder to find. Like the Tomcat's going to be hard to find in stores. The Max Striker the first Striker isn't going to be fine. You're not going to be able to find that anytime soon. Bass Pro Shops has the Omni Pro. Okay, for $90. Yikes! So all right. Let's see here. What other blasters can you recommend? So let's kind of push it a little bit further, see what it says. Here are some alternatives. Okay, here we go. So Nerf Pro Strife, the Nerf Elite Commander. Response to, here are some excellent alternatives. Okay, so now it's kind of giving us, okay, so there's the Nexus Pro. Oh, it's bringing up the piston pump. Tractor Supply Company has Mark IIs? That's interesting. There's an okay, so it's branching out from from Dart Zone and going into X-Shot, which is nice. I can let's see here. So Strafe, Double Punch, Shockwave. Let's go with I prefer this response. I like the pictures and the links and stuff like that. That's nice because it's, as a first time, nerfer, being able to see what the blasters look like, aesthetically, it might be, higher up on their list. So we've got quite a bit to look at here. Some newer blasters, some older blasters that we might have. We've got a Tractor Supply fairly close here. I'm not sure if I would purchase a Mark II for $50 at this point. That seems a little high for a sidearm that doesn't have magazine. But what I am seeing here is Walmart has quite a few options. So that might be something that a new person says, okay, well, I like what I see. I definitely like this Boxer Pro. That looks pretty cool. Magazines, that one comes with iPro. Actually, they both come with iPro, which is nice. Target's another one, but it looks like Walmart is a big option, a big presence in here. So I think what we might do is maybe we just go ahead and head over to Walmart, see what they have on the shelves. We've made note of what it's recommending, and maybe we take a look and what's available on shelves and make our decision then. But yeah, so let's go ahead and head out to the store and see what we can find, and then we'll come back here and kind of review the loadout and go from there. All right, guys, so we are back, and I've got my stack of stuff over here. I want to go over it with you so you can kind of see what I built. Let's go ahead and finish out this video, part one, with our primary class blaster, the Dart Zone Max Vector Pro. And if you remember, Chat GPT mentioned and recommended the Tomcat. Obviously, that's not available on store shelves anymore. Plus, I wanted to go with something a little bit more run and gun. This is mostly because of what Chat GPT recommended, like one of the play styles that it was like kind of highlighting. Mostly, you can play like the objective base, the control, or kind of run and gun. And that one kind of sounded a lot of fun. It wasn't really like my normal play style. I'm more of kind of like a slower, mid to long range player. So playing as a new nerfer, like my first Nerf war, public Nerf war, that kind of sounded pretty fun. So I'm going to try to change my play style a little bit and do a lot more running and gunning with this loadout. So the Vector Pro from Dart Zone, we got this at Target, regular price. It wasn't on sale, unfortunately. I should put a running total up here for how much I spent and see what we come out to. But nevertheless, a super fun blaster. Electric flywheeler, bullpup, takes magazines, and we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. I believe this comes with one magazine. Yeah, it comes with one magazine. It does come with iPro, which is nice. And it also includes its own B car, which I think this B car you can only use with this blaster. So went this route for my primary. And then my secondary, I went a little off script because if you remember, it recommended the Dart Zone Mark II, which is the pump action pistol, which is back there on the wall. And while I couldn't find any in store, it was recommending that you can get them online or through Tractor Supply Company, which the Tractor Supply Company that is here in my town does not sell them on site. You have to order them online. So I opted to skip that, and I went with something that was closer, but a more recent release. So this is the Brute Pro from Adventure Force, still in the Dart Zone line, but just underneath the Adventure Force name. Mag and grip, just like the Mark III, or the Mark II, rather, well, Mark 2.1. Top prime pistol-esque. Comes with a P car, which is awesome, and 2 magazines. Now, these aren't the same magazines as the Vector Pro. The Vector Pro uses a Talon style magazine. This is more of a Nightingale style magazine. These are 2 5-round magazines? 2 6-round magazines. So 2 6-round magazines, I think 1 12 or 15-round magazine. So the problem that we're going to run into is, since this is my primary, I wanted to get some extra magazines, and lo and behold, Walmart came in clutch and had their X-Shot magazine bundles on sale. They're on clearance. So inside each one of these boxes is 2 magazines and a mag adapter. So we get a full magazine and then a half dart magazine that'll work in our Vector Pro. We won't use the adapter or the full length magazine for this, but I went ahead and purchased 5 bundles of these to give me an extra 5 magazine plus the one that's inside the Vector Pro. I think I might have to modify these just a little bit to work. We'll see. I'm not sure what the catch is like. It depends on what the catch is like, if I can just use them right out of the box or not. But yeah, so this is my loadout, primary, secondary. Part of the reason I went with this secondary as opposed to like a Venom Pro or something like that is I wanted to get something that wasn't electronical. I wanted to go with something that was more mechanical and was an electric blaster. We all know that mechanical blasters tend to be more consistent as far as their production. Either they don't work out of the box or they do work out of the box, but very seldom will you get a lemon. But there's a lot that can go wrong electronically in this setup. You could have a bad switch, you could have bad wiring, you could have a poor solder point, but motor could be burnt out or faulty. Again, another solder point. Things like that could always go wrong out of the box here, or could go wrong out on the field. And I wanted something that would be a good backup that's still a high performer, 140 FPS. That's below our 160, as well as 150 here, so that's below our 160 FPS. But I wanted something that I could fall back on that was mechanical and would still give me a decent performance. The only downside to this setup that I can see is only having 2 magazines. It takes the Nightingale magazines, only having these 2 magazines. So running it as a secondary or as a sidearm, 2 magazines is plenty. But if I have to run this as a primary, let's say my Vector Pro goes down, I'm going to run into some issues with just these 2. So I'll have to have a dump pouch of some sort with ammo that I can load on the fly. When I switch to that second mag, I can load up the first one. So nevertheless, this is my loadout. I'm pretty stoked on it. I'll put a running total here for what I paid for this loadout. And yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next video. We'll release that. I've got a cane event coming up on the 28th. If you're in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, definitely come out, have some fun with us. The limit, this FPS limit is 160. We play rain or shine because we're indoor, which is awesome. It is going to be a little chilly because it's indoor at a warehouse facility. So it does get a little chilly because there's no heat on the arena, but it's a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, if you've got time, come out, have some fun with us, fling some foam. I'm gonna have this loadout with me, making a video. Come say hi, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.